In the pro quad category, Jacques Struwweg had a perfect day with victories in both qualifying heats, and the question was, could anyone beat him this time? Well, he had a great start in the main event, taking the lead with a distinguishing little flag at the back of his Honda. Chased by the pack of the first lap, one of his main concerns was relieved when defending champion Wikus van Deventer was punted off the track behind him. This would leave the little legend from Northwest out of the results of this race. With Struwweg and the rest of the field disappearing in the distance, marshals were quickly at hand to assist the stricken rider, who suffered a broken elbow that could end his season. Lap 3 now, and Struwweg had extended his lead. Second was Mark Breckel on his Team Brasco FMF Yamaha, and third, championship leader Christopher van der Merwe on his Joburg Yamaha Banshee. Van der Merwe was second in both qualifying heats and was trying to improve on this, but Breckel was in his way. Struwweg, who raced in all 3 races of both the quad categories, was demonstrating his fitness in the best way possible, and he was also getting used to his new Jojo Tanks Honda 330. The battle for second was a tough one between Breckel and van der Merwe. Struwweg comfortably in the lead ahead of Mark Breckel and an increasingly frustrated van der Merwe, who just didn't seem able to find a way past. Struwweg seemed unaffected by anything going on behind him, while Breckel was determined to ward off any advances from van der Merwe. Struwweg was demonstrating his smooth and very fast racing style to its best advantage. Breckel goes wide, and this is the opportunity that van der Merwe has been waiting for. Sustained pressure in any form of motorsport usually brings about the desired result, and this time it was van der Merwe who benefited from this maxim. Struwweg seemingly untouchable in the lead, but now he had the championship leader bearing down on him. It would, however, take a special effort from the Yamaha rider to take the lead, or a major disaster for the Honda man. Mark Breckel was also still in the picture. Let's see what the gap looks like. Van der Merwe hasn't really made any impression on Struwweg's lead, and he seemed a little worried about the close proximity of one of the Breckel brothers. David Parkinson was a distant fourth. But van der Merwe had the bit between his teeth, as he knew that his championship lead over the third place Struwweg would decrease somewhat should he finish behind him. But to no avail, as Struwweg took his third victory in a row in this category, making sure of the overall victory. Van der Merwe, with 3 second placings, was second for the day, increasing his championship lead over Wikus van Deventer by 13 points.
Het gaan goed. Ek het laas keer by Kalam het ek bietjie probleme gehad. Dis uitgesorteer. Kyk maar vorentoe. My punte is 'n bietjie agter, maar
Voel jy nou meer tuis op die Honda?
baie meer. Ek het 1 of 2 lesse geleer vandag, maar dit sal ek altyd by my hou.
To many people, the highlight of Total Super Series 97, the super truck and production vehicle category. Paulo Piazzamusso won the first qualifying heat in his creepy corner Ford Courier, but a puncture put him out of the second race, which was won by Cassie Kutsia in the Castrol Toyota Hilux. Piazzamusso and his teammate Craig Draper immediately shot into the lead in the main event, but Kutsia made sure that he was right there. This is the view from Cliff Barker's Pennzoil Land Rover as Kutsia moves by in pursuit of the leader. Barker is holding on to the inside line for the right-hander, but Draper moves past into third. Just see what it takes as the leaders disappear in the distance, while Barker has to contend with Henry Zermatten's Chev on the downhill. Piazzamusso on the left of your screen, Kutsia on the right. In the first heat, Kutsia had to start from the back of the grid, and because he was held up, he couldn't challenge for the lead. In the second heat, Piazzamusso's puncture robbed the spectators of another potential classic battle, but Kutsia's maiden win in the Hilux took a lot of pressure to perform off him, and now, with the two locked in a battle for the lead, the spectators could finally see the two head-to-head. With less pressure to imitate American Rod Millen's winning performance in the Toyota's debut appearance at the previous AA Kailani meeting, Kutsia could now race for the pure enjoyment of it, although Piazzamusso was going to make it as unpleasant for Kutsia as possible. These so-called stadium off-road races are custom built for this kind of track, and the drivers were reveling in the racing. Piazzamusso's creepy Corley Ford seemed to slide around much more than the Castrol Toyota, although it did seem to have a power advantage. Still, Paulo Piazzamusso in the lead. Kasi Coetzee chasing hard. Piazzamusso had had a busy weekend, returning only the previous day from competing in the VW Algoa rally in the Sasol Ford Escort, which he unfortunately couldn't finish because of mechanical maladies. Coetzee is a former rallyist who has been concentrating on off-road racing for the last number of years, and he was glad to get involved in a Total Super Series car to enjoy some close racing. That is exactly what he got. And a moment there for Piazzamusso. He slows down, goes wide, Coetzee is right next to him, and yes, he's through. Coetzee takes the lead as they race up the hill. Sustained pressure, once again creating an opportunity. And just listen at the crowd as Coetzee comes around the corner in first position. Piazzamusso now trying to stay in contact with Coetzee as the sun sets over AA Kyalami. Back with Cliff Barker in the Pennzoil Land Rover as he goes past the slowing down Richard Leak in the other Castrol Hilux in the production vehicle category. Let's just enjoy the ride. Still, the battle for the lead. Piazzamusso is not a man who gives up easily, and the sustained pressure trick can work for him too, as long as you don't put too much pressure on yourself in the process, of course. This is a man hard at work. Towards the end of the race as the Toyota-Ford battle continues. Coetzee seems to have opened up a slight gap. Cliff Barker again, and the Pennzoil Land Rover is in fourth position behind Craig Draper's creepy crawly Ford. He's coming up to lap Henry Costein's Volkswagen Porsche, who's lying third in the production category behind Henry Zermatten and Frank de Greef. Now Coetzee is lapping the Chev of Linton Draper, fifth in the Super Truck category. They've got one lap to go, and Coetzee is looking at his second victory for the day. Piazzamusso also has to find a way past Draper, and it seems that he's lost contact. They're safely through, and that's in fact the way they finished. And elated Coetzee wins his second race of the day, gaining overall victory. While in the production category, Zermatten takes his first victory of the day. Frank de Greef was second, but won overall honours.
Kasi, baie mooi, jou eerste algehele oorwinning hierdie jaar, hoe voel jy?
Ek is so trots op dit en ek is so bly ek het 'n voertuig, my Hilux, en ek het geweet ons kan dit doen. Ten spyte van die probleme wat die oppositie gehad het. Ons is almal 'n skoner aan dit. Ek vertrou in my voertuig en in my span, in my diensvoertuig en my borg. Ek is baie dankbaar daaroor.
Well, let's take a look.